Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across this beautiful blue-green globe of ours. Welcome to Real News Live. I'm your host, Mike Barrett, in Las Vegas, Nevada, along with my co-host for today, Miss Fluffy Muffy, she hates being held, Jen. She hates this. You hate, it's unwanted cuddling, right? Right? Meow too, Miss Fluffy Muffy. Okay, I gotta let her out. Welcome to the show. I'm joined, as I always am, by my co-hosts on Mondays and Wednesdays, the fetching Jennifer Falah-Doring, the lovely lady with the lustrous hair. Jen, how are you doing while I let my kitty out?
Just living the dream. How are you?
Yeah, living the dream. Well, I'm tired as hell. It's a long drive back. I think we went to Phoenix to the Seahawks game yesterday and enjoyed ourselves quite immensely. Had dinner with Uncle Ron Davidoff.
I know, I'm jealous. I wish I was there.
Oh yeah, and I think he was a little surprised I ordered the steak and lobster, but yeah, I offered to pay him for my part of it, but he insisted.
I'm sure he wasn't that surprised.
Yeah. So it was a great weekend hanging out with Ron and getting to talk to Ron face to face. I've talked to him on the phone many times, but it was really fun to have him out. And next time I'm buying. And we talked about all kinds of cool stuff. And let's fix that. And went to the football game. It was an easy game. They won rather comfortably without too many complaints. But it was a long drive home at night. And, I got to face reality. My night vision is not quite what it used to be. So I think were I to do that again, I would not choose to drive home at night. I would probably just stay one more night in Phoenix. But and big
that desert driving is
because it's just like there's no light. It's just pitch black, and you're like, okay, if I can't see a car's red lights in front of me to know which way the road's going, I'm definitely. Of course, I have my GPS. So I'm definitely turning on my high beams. And special thanks to Jim and Regina Mitchell, the wonderful neighbors here who took good care of Barkley. They had Barkley come over, and Barkley got tortured all weekend by Lucy. He was exhausted. They actually, I could hear him snoring in the background when I called them and talked to her. She was saying Barkley was snoring the whole time. So, because he just got wiped out by the energy of that little puppy. Yeah, little puppy. So that stuff was all fun. But man, I am beat today. Okay, guys. Why don't we do what we've kind of started doing here recently, which is I don't have any of them up, Jen. Just talk about our wonderful sponsors and stuff early on, and get it out of the way while we wait for everybody to pop in. So let me do a little screen share. Don't forget, of course, that these shows could still get taken down off of YouTube. And if they do, the place to go is to mikebara.blogspot.com, where you can pick up all of the recent shows. Here's today's show. It's running in the background right now. Oh, Jen, I've got to change so we have the Christmas wreath. We can only get to do this a few weeks out of the year. So make sure I put the Christmas wreath video in there. And pick up other lectures I've done and order my books and look at some videos and look at some interview videos and stuff I've done over there on mikebear.blogspot.com. And they link directly to the Rumble channel. And the Rumble channel is Real News Live with Mike and Jen. Here's the show going in the background. Here's the chat over there. And you want to hit the actual channel, Real News Live with Mike and Jen, and follow us over there because we have fewer followers on the channel than we did on the old Real News Live account. It's a complicated story. Rumble is messed up. Rumble needs to fix this problem. But don't forget to follow us over there on Real News Live with Mike and Jen. And one of the advantages of that is when you are actually in a video, you can subscribe. You can hit the button in the lower right-hand corner. Jen's picture is blocking it right now. But for $5 a month, you can contribute to the show and keep everything going, help us pay the bills. And that is the best way to help the show if you should so desire. Also, please do not forget to visit our wonderful sponsors, the CBD Gurus over at the CBDgurus.com, where you can get all kinds of wonderful CBD based products for your health, including you can slide to the wholesale tab, slide down to the Mike B wholesale, type in the discount code ALIEN. It's just ALIEN, all lowercase, no S on the end of it, ALIEN. And get this week's specials, including, for 25 or 75 or $175 orders, you get, for $75, you're going to get 40 million Bolivar along with that from the wonderful Matt Johnson, the most amazing man in the world. Well, one of the most amazing. Jen, one of the things about this journey that we're on here is that I have met some of the best people on the planet, like Matt and Ron and Jim and Regina and you and everybody else. It's been absolutely wonderful. So those are the specials, and Matt is just a wonderful guy. And I would never have met all these wonderful folks if it wasn't for this thing that we're doing here. So these are the specials. They're awesome. I'm tired. I'm not going to go into them. Also, please don't forget to visit our other wonderful sponsors, the MikeBarrettPets.com, Diana and Kristen over there at MikeBarrettPets.com, who have a bunch of mushroom-based supplements for dogs, cats, for horses, and for peoples. All you do is hit the Shop Now button, pop over inside there. You get all of the current products, Mush Puppies Plus, special Super Sauce, the Mojos. Barkley loves those, the Pet Balm, the Mush Ponies for the horses. Chill Doggies is a great product. And then there's the human line of mushroom-based supplements for your health. And Diana will tell you her own personal experience if you want to call her or send her an email at MikeBarrettPets@gmail.com. It's just MikeBarrettPets@gmail.com. Diana is a certified pet nutritionist. Any problems your pets are having, she can help you. And she can also talk to you about what these mushroom-based supplements did for her own health, which is an amazing story between her and Steve Doran. It's amazing what alternate medicines can do to save people's lives and help them out. And they got chocolates, they got coffee, they got starter packs. MikeBarrettPets.com. And Jen, why don't you tell us what's going on over at JenniferFallah.com this week?
Well, Christmas is coming in a couple weeks, coming up real fast. So you're going to want to get in there and get these gift cards at the reduced price. This season, I'm offering a 2-hour reading. It's right there. It's $259, which is about, $50 savings from regular price for 2 hours. This is an everything reading. Normally, an hour reading is just your life questions. This is mediumship. This is medical. This is everything you can fit into 2 hours and ask me. That's what we do. You can get a gift card. You can get a gift card for all my other services. It will come with a number. You purchase it. You email me. I send it to you. You send it to them. You're done. The instructions are on the card. Also, I've got Susan Gretz and Marcy Howe who need to have a nice Christmas. So let's get some business over to them. Marcy has a special up, a 2-for-1 house or personal cleanses. So you buy one, you can get the house and yourself cleansed. You get a couple of them, you get the house and the rest, everybody in the house. It's a good time to pick that up, and you can hold on to the gift card, send it back to her. Her email is right there in the write-up. You're going to email her after purchase by clicking that button there. And that is what's going on at JenniferFallah.com.
That's cool. One thing I did forget is the ACN family of products, including Impact Health Sharing. If you have expensive healthcare, try Impact Health Sharing. Go in there, get a quote, click on it. Link is in the description. They are awesome, and they can save you a ton of money. Same thing with identity theft protection and mobile. Flash Mobile is actually T-Mobile, AT&T services, internet, all kinds of stuff with the ACN family of companies. And you can become a reseller too. I have one person here who already is doing that and is doing it fantastic with the folks over at ACN. So do not forget that. And Jen, speaking of accuracy, Ron was raving about Marcy at dinner. He was just raving about how incredibly smart and accurate she is and how great she is. And so, yeah, go help Marcy out for Christmas time. And Susan, they're both wonderful.
I don't put my seal of approval on people. I mean, I don't take unless they're really good.
Yeah.
And I also that I trust and know that their integrity is good. And that you're going to get more than you pay for when you go to them. And these two girls I have known and been working with since, I don't know, what has it been like, girls, like 14 years now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, see, that's the thing, is that there's a lot of psychics out there, and there's a lot of relatively talented and powerful ones, but having ones that are disciplined and honest are hard to come by. I knew a very powerful psychic, I'm not going to mention his name, who basically was a talk to dead people guy. That was his special gift, but he was unethical. And what I mean by what he was unethical is he would tell people what they wanted to hear rather than tell them the truth, which I thought was not right. He's like, well, I can't tell them that, they didn't know their son was a drug addict. And I'm like, look, they're asking you, you got to tell them the truth. And so couldn't deal with him anymore. So having a psychic talent is one thing, but being able to operate in integrity is an even more difficult thing. So speaking of accurate, I think it was on Wednesday's show. I asked you, well, how's the trip going to go to Phoenix? And she said, well, I see delays. I think you better plan some extra travel time because there's going to be an accident and there's going to be delays. So we're about 2.5 hours outside. We're in Kingman. 2.5 hours outside of town, about a 4.5 hour trip, almost halfway. And Dave drove the first part and I'm driving the second part. And I take over and I'm getting ready. And the GPS comes on and it says, warning, accident on, I think, what is it, the 49 or the 93, the main easy route to get to Phoenix from Vegas. Major accident, you can reroute this way and save 33 minutes. And it's like, it's going to add an extra hour and a half to your drive, but you're still going to be 33 minutes faster than the accident. So there was exactly what you said, a major accident on Saturday that blocked the main freeway. So we were left a little early and arrived barely on time to go have dinner with Ron. So you were, once again, dead on accurate, Jen, just like, Well,
I'm sorry about the accident, but thank you for the confirmation.
Yeah, it's almost like you're psychic.
Well, Mama knows some things.
It's almost like you're psychic.
That's like when I tell the kids wear a jacket and they're like, no, I don't need a jacket. And then they're freezing to death. It's like, just take the damn jacket. I mean, God, how many times?
All right, let's get into a little bit of news here. We should have pretty much everybody in the stream who's going to be coming along. We have, what do we have here? How many on Rumble? Oh, about 1,000 on Rumble. Hi to everybody, and about 376 here. So little less than some of our other recent streams, but thank you guys all for being here. We appreciate each and every one.
Quite low.
Yeah, what's the problem, guys? Okay, so in terms of news, there is not a lot. I can tell you what I have, which is not a whole lot, except to tell you it's Tuesday. That's what I was told, is it's Tuesday. One source says everything's going on Tuesday, and he means everything. Everything goes Tuesday. Another guy said, oh, there's some political stuff holding it up, but it's just shenanigans. It's not really financial. It's not anything to worry about. Another source said Wednesday. We will see it on Wednesday, or we will see it on their Wednesday or Tuesday. It's basically the same day, within the same 24-hour period. Another person has indicated that there's literally nothing left to do. So we're not waiting on anything, except we're waiting. So that's pretty exciting. But we've heard this before, and we're just waiting. And in terms of news, there's absolutely nothing logically that's holding this up at this point. And I have no idea what Jennifer got in meditation today. If you even got anything, do you even have Gentel? Do you have Gentel today?
Well, you think I'm going to show up without presents?
Well, Probably not.
Never.
Probably not. No,
Not on
mom always shows up with the presents. But that's, in terms of the news, there's nothing to report because everything appears to be ready, set, go, in place. We're just kind of wondering why we're not. Now, I had some concerns that the coup in Syria would be another excuse to delay this, but I have not heard anybody agree with that on the outside opinion. And in fact, several governments have sort of fallen over the weekend. And you kind of wonder if this isn't an Nasara thing where a lot of corruption is being exposed, like South Korea. And Jenna, you're giving me that smirk like you
it's in the
know what I'm
Gentel.
talking about. Okay, all right. Well, so why don't we just send it on over to Jen or the Gentel? Let me get you your Gentel caption here and let you take over.
Hi, this is Gentel for December 9th, 2024, Interdimensional Meditation. I met with Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, and Jesus, 6th level of heaven.
Wow, that's the A-team. That's the A-team. Yeah.
On the field by my tree. This time, I walked in and I was wearing like this light blue satin Victorian dress. Or, it looked like something from like late 1700s. Interesting. RV News. Jesus spoke first. He said a rate will be posted from Iraq within 2 days. Within 2 days. I said, does that include Monday? He said, yes. He said, higher than expected for their in-country rate. Uriel then spoke. He said, expect notification shortly after. And I said, okay, with this. I asked him, I said, what if they delay notifications? Is there any chance we're going to delay notifications? He says, if they delay notifications, some international banks will exchange smaller amounts of dinar and Viet Dong. So if you could find a bank that's like an international bank, they will do up to a certain amount per transaction. There is a limit of how much foreign currency that they will accept in one transaction. Bank screen rates will be higher than the in-country street rate. It will not be as high as the exchange center rates, of course. There is a rush to get exchange notifications out this week. Okay. Uriel spoke again and said, I asked, is the news of other countries' governments collapse related to Nasara to Sara? And he said, the rollout has begun. There was a shift in procedures to begin that rollout, but we have won. And that's the Gentel for today.
That was juicy. That was some juicy Gentel, Jen. Short but juicy. Just like I like my
Stop
steak.
it.
My steak. My medium rare
Okay.
steak. I wasn't.
Okay.
Oh, just like I like my
Stop.
Spanish girlfriends.
Right. All right. There it is. Okay. Knew it was coming. God.
I can't help myself.
It's just like I can't even take you out in public. All right. Let's talk about this.
All right. Little crosstalk here. I like our little crosstalk banner. Let me put that up. All right. Rate in 2 days.
Yep.
It's exactly the same thing I hear. So somebody told me a couple of different, and again, Mark is saying things publicly and everybody's kind of aligning with this Tuesday, Wednesday thing. Tuesday, Wednesday thing. And so are the angels, apparently. Higher than expected. That is good. I haven't been told what the in-country rate is. If it's what I was told, then the rate that is announced will be really good. it'll be over $4, probably almost certainly over $4.
Okay, so
Which
he
is really-
actually said that.
Hmm?
They said between $4 and $5.
Oh, they did.
But I didn't want to put that. I didn't want to put that. So let's just take that with a grain of salt because I could have put that in there. But it was definitely over
Right.
$4. I think it might even be
5 or 13.
No.
Goat fucker Majid. Sorry.
Stop it.
Majid.
All right.
Or 16. Or
16 is what I got for
it will float, but it can start and it can float up, right? Yeah. Or you can have a higher rate at the exchange center. So that timing is right. The higher rate, because the thing is that the in-country rate that I was told government officials are exchanging at, they're exchanging their dollars for dinars, is higher than the rumored rates we've heard consistently. That would be out there in public, the public rate here. Notifications follow after that. Mm-hmm. This is interesting. The banks will exchange some dinar and some dong. I think you said dinar and dong.
International banks will exchange smaller amounts. So if you come into the bank and they'll say, well, we can do that, but we can only do up to like 1 million dinar or 1 million dong or something like that. So you could go in and get something.
If there is a delay in notifications.
Right. So if they delay, that's going to start happening. People are going to start doing that, but you're going to have to go to a bank that works internationally. So probably one of these banks that is just like an STCU, which is, a teacher's credit union, whatever. They're probably not going to do that.
No, but Bank of America might and Wells.
If they're not contracted with the exchange centers, they will. But if you go to a bank, like I have one here that says, I can't remember the name of it, but it's an international bank. That's what it said.
Okay. So that's an interesting development. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So they will do that up to a certain amount.
Yeah. So you can get a little bit now and do the exchange later if there's a delay. So that's really optimistically good news.
Yeah. If you're in a bad spot, I'd
okay. So, a million dong, let's say the dong rate is $1.50. You got 1,500,000.
Mm-hmm. So like you could go in there. Let's see. Bank screen rates there will be higher than the street rates in country.
Okay. So you've got the in-country rates, which will be announced. That does not, then there's the next step is the appointments get set. The exchange appointments get set. But if there's a delay there, so then you're actually going to get a higher rate at the bank than you could get in the country itself. So in other words, what's announced, you're going to get more than that.
Well, let's say we get a posted rate on the Forex for the dinar. That is connected to the dong. What if it takes a couple days for that to show up for the dong? Mm-hmm. Is what I'm saying. So if there's a delay in putting out notifications till everything's in place in the right place, I doubt they'll do that because they're going to want you to go
to the exchange.
And not do that.
But there is a provision in place, is what she's saying. What you're saying is a provision in place to have some exchanges start once the announcement is made, regardless of the notifications.
Well, if it's on the Forex and they're not contracted with to do that business with the exchange centers and then the Treasury.
Mm-hmm.
To be one of those big banks, then you could probably pull that off. You could go in there and they can't just tell you, well, I'm sorry. I guess they could tell you, no, I'm sorry, we're not doing that. But it would have to be one of these international banks that people go to, like if they've got dual citizenship or something like that. Okay, well, we can exchange up to a certain amount for you.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I think I'm fighting off what the kids had.
Yeah. No, that's good though. If you'll take a million dinar and 1 million dong at higher than announced rates, okay, yeah, here you go. And the thing is, Jen, I might do that anyway, because if they tell me, oh, we can't get you to a redemption center for 4 or 5 days, well, a lot of things can happen in 4 or 5 days, but this bank will take you today you know, for $1 million dinar and $1 million dong, you can bring that in. I'll be like, be right there and get that done, and then worry about the redemption center process with all the other currencies later.
No, they're saying if they delay notifications. So let's say there's some kind of, if they see there's some kind of delay in the other rates being in the right place, something happens, whatever, somebody makes a call and says, no, we're not putting them out until, Friday or something like that. 19th, something like that. No, I don't know. I think that was my exchange appointment. I really don't know. You could do something like that in smaller amounts.
Fine with me.
You can't take the whole basket in there and say, I'd like to do all of this. They won't do it.
No,
it's not like a per transaction limit or something.
Well, here's the thing: is people lose perspective, right? When you start looking at the exchange rates that are advertised for the ZIM and the ZIM aggro bonds, and we were talking about this with Ron at dinner, and the did a bug bite my tip of my nose? Anyway, and now I can't unsee
Squirrel. Be like,
squirrel.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
Let's focus here.
And the ZIM agros and the Venezuelan bolivar, and it gets into these astronomical numbers where you're like, well, I'm not just going to be able to buy a really nice house and a really nice car and go on vacations. I'm going to be able to start a business or have a goat farm. Or then you get into I'm going to buy the Cincinnati Bengals, or I'm going to buy Star Trek from Paramount and fix it. And you get into these astronomical numbers. But the thing to remember is, look, let's say the dinar rate is high threes, public rate. And you can go to the bank and, I don't have much dinar, but you got $1 million dinar. I can go take my $1 million dinar to the bank and get $425 for it, $4.25 million with no taxes because it's an exchange. That's life-changing. That miracle all by itself, 87 cents would be life-changing. $870,000, I'll pay off every debt I have. I'll have, a net worth of 500 grand sitting in the bank, basically. My life is good. My life is good if I do that. So just take what comes to you as it comes to you and understand that even these smaller amounts are life-changing. It's a miracle.
Yeah. Well, even if you
I can only exchange $1 million dong. Yeah, and you get $1.5 million back for it. Go buy yourself the nicest freaking house in the neighborhood. It's life-changing, guys. All you got to do is manage it. Even if nothing else changes in the world, all you got to do after that is manage your money reasonably well.
Yeah, I don't even care to wait until the debt's wiped out. I'll just wipe it all out right now.
That's great. We'll do all that. We can do that 6 months from now for all I care.
Set up. That's when I'll sit back with the popcorn and relax. Yeah.
Yeah. So
keep that, whatever you want to do, that's fine.
Keep that in mind. But if the higher numbers come at the exchange centers, then guess what? We will all be able to do so much more for ourselves and humanity that it will be incredible. So
this would be me if they say, okay, well, we've got a per day per transaction limit, and I'd be like, can I come back tomorrow?
Yeah, I come back tomorrow with another million dong. Oh yes, you can, ma'am. Okay,
I'll bring everybody lunch. I will bring everyone sandwiches.
I'll bring Krispy Kremes. What time do you open? 9 o'clock. Okay, I'll be knocking on your door at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, totally.
So, yeah, and just keep doing that until the exchange center appointments happen.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing wrong with that. So, all right. Thank you guys. There are, let me double check. There is about 1,600 people in the live stream right now. We love and appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for showing up. Don't forget to follow all the links in the description. Don't forget to throw a little love to Marcy Howell and Susan Gratz and Jennifer Falah and make everybody's life better. Yeah, and thank you also once again to all the people, Joe Evans, Ron Davidoff, Joe Evans, Super Dave, Pork Chop just sent me. He's sending, he's not rumble ranting anymore. He's sending us a little bit on the side. At least he sent me some on the side. I'm sure he sent you some too. You guys are wonderful, and you're helping support the show, and we appreciate that. Better check, Jen. Check your. Shit. Sorry, Dave. Did I screw that up? So,
Dave, now you have to. Okay.
But when we get to questions, the thing to remember about the questions, guys, is that you need to include your real name and the name of the person or pet or entity you are asking about. That helps Jen get connected, find the right person, and get you the correct message. So don't forget that. And also, if you're over on Rumble, you get to subscribe to the channel, and people who subscribe for a mere $5 a month, one of the advantages to that is that they get to get their questions answered first. So that's where we're going to start, is over on the Rumble side of the house. I'm going to pop out the chat and I'm going to share that. And then we'll get the right configuration here on the screen. That's kind of big. Can we? What do we like that?
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I can read it now.
Yeah, there we go. All right, here we go.
Sure.
Let's go all the way up to the top. And guys, look, I'm sorry, I can already see that some of the questions have slid off. This happens with Rumble. I wish it didn't, but some of the questions have already sort of slid off the top. So if you had a question posted earlier, please repost it and we'll get down to it and try to get your questions answered here. All right, let's start. Smash that like button. Appreciate that. Ron Davidoff. I want to say Davidoff, but I know it's Davidoff, Ron. I'm sorry. Jenny would like to start. I've got a tentative surgery on the 20th on my back. Will this get authorized in time? Should I go through with it or get a second opinion?
Authorized. It's successful. You go through with it, it is successful.
Megan says that Ron should do a show with us. I don't think Ron's the public guy. I don't think he likes, he's
why not?
Loud. Well, I just don't.
He's a handsome guy.
I don't know that he likes.
Everybody saw his pictures.
I don't know that he likes the spotlight. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He's even more good looking.
Got lots of curly hair. See the hair?
I don't know how a guy who's my age can have that much freaking hair.
Yeah, good hair, Ron.
I'm very jealous. That's one thing you're not going to need in a med bed is new hair. Okay, it's really happening. Don't worry. Ron's reassuring everybody in the Rumble chat.
The chatter that I heard this weekend?
Yeah.
Amazing. And hey, have you talked to...
Yes.
The guy we know that starts with an S?
Yes.
And did he tell you something about the guns?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just wanted you to know that because that's freaking cool. I thought you'd get so excited about that.
Yes. And yeah.
Can't say anything about it, but
we'll talk about it after the show. And
awesome news.
We won't tell you guys. Good morning, Gary here. Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. My dog Lucy is having bowel problems. She's on meds, but doesn't appear to be working. Any thoughts?
What's the person?
Gary.
Gary, find Gary. Twisted bowel is how it's referred to. We usually see this kind of thing in horses if they get colic and they roll. That's weird. Take them in.
Okay, take them in. And also talk to Diana over at MikeBearPets.com. Send her an email. Hi, Mike and Jen. This is Kathy W. My granddaughter Chelsea is expecting the birth of her baby boy tomorrow. Will there be any complications and will the baby be healthy? I think we had this question on Wednesday, but yes. Will Chelsea have a
baby is healthy? Blood pressure, the mom might get up a little high during the delivery. Okay. Temporary. Everything be fine.
Debill. Anyway, thank you for the love message. I appreciate that. Carolyn says, hi, Jen and Mike. Your home looks beautiful, Mike. Thank you. Could you tell me my guardian angel's name? This is Carolyn.
Ruth.
Ruth?
Very strong. Ruth.
Okay.
Dark-haired, white clothing angel. Almost looks kind of... She's got that olive skin and dark hair, so she's from like Italy or somewhere like that. And maybe even not so much India, I don't think.
Yeah. Maria Nett, Little Red Castle, $5 run subscriber says, hi, for the lovely Jen. Question, we are planning our humanitarian project. Do you see our flagship campus in Rhode Island or another location?
It's going to be another location.
Yeah. There's a WH there. I don't know what the WH stands for. I don't know. Bonnie wants to know if there's anything that'll help her son Wyatt. He's been off and on anxiety, fear, and panic attacks for 10 years.
It is something medical. I do have a chemical imbalance going on. There's something going on with the pituitary gland where it's connected to I don't know what to call it, but it is connected to the adrenaline regulating organs in the glands in the body. Closest to adrenal fatigue, this like if when he gets older, he'll probably start having the adrenal fatigue. So go and have that evaluated, like the thyroid and the pituitary gland and the hormones and all that, and see there's an imbalance there.
For a minute there, I was like, wait a minute, how did Jen get on top? Jen doesn't get to be on top. And then I was like, well, Jen's answering the questions. This is Jen's part of the show. So during the question and answer part of the show, Jen, you get to be on top. Does that sound good?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so pretend it's an episode of True Blood, everybody. Freedom, liberty, lover. Yeah, there's a joke there. Melanie. Hi, Jen and Mike. Love you both. We love you too, Melanie. Will my college daughters, Madeline and Charlotte, come home and sleep over Christmas Eve night? Politics and family dynamics have been challenged.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Yeah, I see lots of laughter.
Melanie. Hey, Jen, I am Tiffany. I'm trying to adopt a baby girl who we plan to name Trinity. That's a great name. She is a sibling of my other adopted kids, and the caseworker is stalling the process. Do you see us adopting Trinity? Will that work?
Yeah, but I think it might take a month or two. Yeah.
Oh, it's not too long to wait for a baby girl. That's great. Christina Loeb here, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. I have several health issues. Any idea when a medbed appointment might be?
I'm getting 2 dates. I'm getting March. I got 2 months. I got March, and then I got June. So I don't know if I thought March and he said June. Sometimes between March and June.
Yeah. Okay. Andy, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber says, so I have a longtime friend and we've always been close. I feel like she is scared to mess that up with dating. Is she the one? And is my assumption correct? Advise Mike. Men are not friends with women they're not attracted to at some level. So why pretend like you're not attracted to her, right? If she wants to keep you in the friend zone, there's nothing you can do about that. A woman makes up her mind about a guy very quickly in terms of whether he's a possible mate or not. It's very quick, like the first 3 minutes. So first impressions really matter with ladies. She kind of puts you into a yes, I would or a no, I wouldn't category. You may as well ask. You may as well ask her out.
Does she know?
If you care about her. Yeah, that's the other thing is you got to tell her. Just tell her. Say, look, I want to...
If she's been friends with you for a long time and she's had a crush on you for a long time and you're not acting on that, we will sit back and wait for you to act. And then when you don't act, we're going to get pissed. And we're going to say, you know what? I can't depend on this guy. He can't make up his mind. I'm just wasting my time. Is she going to make a move or what?
Yeah. And
get in there, find out, have some balls. Do it.
Yep. Women want you to be decisive. So be decisive. Look, here's the thing. You might lose her as a friend, but you're attracted to her anyway. Right? That's the danger of relationships. If you get into one, you risk losing it if it doesn't work. Okay. Would you rather just keep her around forever at arm's length and nothing ever come of it? That's worse to my mind than taking your shot and missing.
Listen, a relationship that starts out with friendship is better. You know why? Because you know you can already trust this person. You already know that they're not some kind of weirdo freak. All right.
Yep.
And what you do is you sit down and have a conversation. They'll say, hey, you want to try this? Let's try it. If this doesn't work out, let's go back to being friends. Okay. We'll try really hard not to hurt each other's feelings. Okay. But, if you find that it just, it's not really all there once we did that, then you guys just go back to being friends. You still have that closeness. I mean, you
Just
still
invite
have
her
that
over for a
friendship.
movie, give her a glass of wine, and then try making out with her.
Usually somebody who's friends with somebody is just waiting for their window. And then that screws, if they go for the window, then it screws it up if the other person doesn't like them that way. But most of the time, if a guy's friends with a girl and he's not making the move, when he's got his opportunity, we're just kind of like, wow, blew it. Yeah, totally blew your opportunity.
I had some advice from another psychic, a bad one. I'm not a bad one, but
yeah.
Well, if you make a move on this girl right now, it'll just be a one-night stand, and you'll never ever have a chance of it being a relationship. So I didn't make a move when I had a chance, and nothing happened. So it's like I should have just made a move. So don't listen to that. I mean, I'm not saying not listen to Jen. I'm just saying make a move, dude. Come on, make a move.
The spark is either there or not, and if you find yourself continuing to want to talk to somebody, continuing to think about them and all this stuff, there's something there. Go find out.
Yep.
Be adults and say, okay, hey, look, we're going to try this. If this doesn't work out, let's all be adult about this and go back to the way we were. Okay. And if we can't do that, then what's the point of it anyway?
Well, yeah, I ended up.
You got to find out, or it'll always be there, and you'll never had regret that you didn't do it.
I never had the relationship. I never had even the moment of romance, and I don't have the friendship either. So I should have just made a move. I would have been way better off making a move. So just make it. All right, Jan, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Does my spirit guide, Houston, have a message for me today? Or is it going to be another day of Houston, we have a problem? Nice question, Jan.
Very like NASA, that. That's funny.
Very NASA-ish question.
You're clever. He's basically reassuring you that time is of the essence and things are going to happen really fast here in just a few days. That will make changes in your life. But for today, it may just be, a boring day.
Okay, Maria, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber says, do you see my daughter Sabina moving to Texas or Nevada? And if so, how soon? Thank you and God bless you.
Texas.
6
David
months. Murtos.
6 months.
David Murtos, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Jen, will I do 12 plus real estate transactions in 2025?
14.
All right. Cool Raul. Hi, Mike and Jennifer. Raul with a question for Jennifer. I'm going back to Texas for a wedding this weekend with Marcia and Jada. Will we have a safe travels and a good trip?
Take ivermectin. One of those girls I see them in transit, in travel, not feeling well. Take it with you.
Yeah. Dash Lady wants to know when we're going to get the EBS. Guys, I'm just going to say, I don't know if Jen can answer that or wants to answer that. I'm saying let's focus on the RV this week. Let's focus on getting that over the finish line, and then we'll worry about the EBS. But some people want to know. So there we go.
I'm not seeing it any time before Christmas.
Okay. Hi, Jennifer. This is Jenny. After the RV, will I buy a lake house on the lake where I will have my boat slip now, or will it be a different lake? Where I have my boat slip now, or will it be a different lake? So,
Different lake. You'll have 2 boat slips.
Mom and Bear Mike, have you heard anything about the drones, possible UAPs in New Jersey? They are drones. I believe one of them has been pretty much identified as a Chinese drone that can do vertical things. And they're very clearly regular aviation aircraft. They're drones. But it is kind of fun, you know. Maybe Fox News will call and have me back on to talk about it. I could slip in. Yeah, but what about the aliens in Vegas? Primetime gal, Little Red Castle, $5 month subscriber. Dear Jen, Robin B here. My friend Veronica misplaced her Venezuelan bolivar. Can you determine if it's at her office, home, storage, where? Any color clues?
Buy more now.
That's more Marcy.
God, buy more now. She's not going to find it.
Buy more now. She's
get her some. It's cheap. Do it.
Buy more now. Okay. And then also check with Susan. Susan's really good at that.
Yeah.
Cecilia wants to know if we can be confident med beds are not going to be used for nefarious reasons. Yeah. Yeah, because why bother doing it? I believe we can. Just because of the people surrounding them.
Nefarious reasons. Okay, so yeah, that's going to go over well. So they get like 10 people to go in there. They all come out and they're all messed up or they're brainwashed or whatever. Do you think anybody else is going to get in? No.
Oh, that's a plot for a good movie. A medical med bed type technology thing, and you come out and your demons like in Doom, they turn them into demons and invade the earth that way. Oh, that's a good idea for a movie. And then our hero, our space marine hero, has to destroy all the hellspawn and restore the med beds to their original intent, which is to be the human race.
I wouldn't put that out right before the med bed roll out. That might kind of screw things up. Yeah.
Mercedes, Sarah, is any of my foreign currency counterfeit, or is it all legit?
There might be a couple bills in there that are.
Yeah, I think it's going to happen. Cassandra, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, I've been given visions of teaching and channeling. How long to a med bed, how long to restore teeth and show up? It's however long the med bed session is. When you wake up, everything's fixed. I'm sorry, Cassandra, I can't get a question. Will she be teaching? I guess let's ask that question. Will she be doing teaching after this is all over? Cassandra.
Yeah, but it's not channeling. It looks more like holistic. Even it kind of actually looks, it looks like energy movement is what it does.
Yeah.
All right, let's get Carissa here. My dad's what? Can you read that one close to the bottom?
Who?
Carissa.
Oh, Carissa. Oh yeah. My dad Rodney's company may lose their main client. Is this going to happen, or will they be able to keep them?
They keep them.
Okay, Frederica, $5 Rumble Rant says, hey, Janice, Frederica, can you see my fourth granddaughter being born early? She's due in January. Her mom, Megan, says she's in early labor, but she's also a hypochondriac. So will Frederica's fourth granddaughter be born early, or will she be born in January as planned? That's Megan. Frederica.
Early, yes. She needs to go in and be seen if she feels like she's having contractions, and but I think they're going to monitor her after that, and they might choose to induce.
Kathy, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, when will my mom, Ellen, and I find our home? Ones that we find keep selling. Okay, before they can get them.
When the money's available.
Okay. Which hopefully will be this week. Elaine, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, I am supposed to leave for California on Friday. If I go, I will be back on the 17th. Should I go, or is there a chance I could get stuck down there in California?
Name again?
Elaine.
let's see how the next couple days go. You might change your mind, but if you do go, you'll be fine. No, you won't be stuck.
Okay. Rex wants to know if he's going to be buying a new truck this week, or at least pay his bills and get Christmas for my son. Okay. Rex wants to know if his financial situation is going to improve this week.
Let's just ride the next couple days out. I don't want to keep answering every single "is the RV happening" question.
All right. All right. S. Tammy, $10 Rumble rent. In a past question, you told me I was a medium. I found out my Uncle Don passed away last Saturday. I'm sorry to hear that. Last night, I believe he came to me for assistance, and she wants to know if it was actually her uncle, Don.
Yeah. He actually appeared for just a moment to kind of get your attention. Interesting. That's something we'd have to talk about private.
Karen, there's not going to be a huge earthquake next year. Okay. Shit's not going to happen. All that end of the world shit is not going to happen. Okay. LB5 5955, your castle is still there. I see it. Yeah, now I see it. There it is. Love Trumpy. Hi, Jen. Robin here. Can you ask if the Pango from Hungary will revalue the B Pango? I believe so.
Everybody asks me that, and I don't see anything when they ask me.
Always with the Pango.
It revalues, but it's not as high as everybody thinks it's going to be.
All right. Shaylin, you didn't give us your name. Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Let's see if we can get connected anyway. She wants to know if Shaylin wants to know if there's any messages from her parents, either Esther or Dawn.
I believe you, Mom says.
Scott wants to know, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Scott B wants to know if his daughter is dating, wants to know if she'll get married.
A year and a half.
It's pretty good. Holly, Little Red Castle, wants to know if she'll be exchanging more than an hour away from her home.
No.
Okay.
Not that far.
Kathy W, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says her question slid. She says, my granddaughter Chelsea, I was expecting, we already did that one. Okay. My 22-year-old Lori wants to know about her 22-year-old grandson, Ryan Betty. He's very depressed and has no motivation. Is he going to get his life together soon?
Did we do that one already?
No, we had a different question about anxiety.
All right, now who is the person asking?
Lori Betty, asking about her grandson, Ryan.
Perks up in the summer.
Roaming Turtle wants to know if you're going to be offering the year ahead readings in January.
Oh, God, I don't know.
Well, yes, you are. Yeah, of course, you have to.
Well, if I'm like booked. I'm booking for the second week of January right now. You guys were supposed to buy gift cards, and y'all bought the readings at the discounted price and then wanted to schedule them. So let's get the gift cards going so we can get them later. But
the year ahead reading is incredible. My big thing for this year hasn't happened yet, but it was dependent on the RV, which we expected to happen in September.
That's the problem. Everything personal.
Right.
Well, a lot of the answers that were given were dependent on the RV and
right.
Humans making other decisions.
Yeah.
Screwed that up. So now I'm I'm not on the year ahead.
I'm not giving you a hard time. I'm just saying it just hasn't happened yet.
I know, but it gives me a lot of anxiety. I'm just like
2023, the exact week that Jen said the big thing in my life would happen happened exactly when she said it would. And there was nothing on the when I asked and she told me in January of 2023, there was like nothing on the radar to make that possible.
Listen,
and then it all
I'll
happened.
throw them up on the website when I pull down the 2 hour.
You know what you should do is you should
I'll do it if you guys buy gift cards. You don't try to schedule them now. I'm not doing them until next year, but I'll put them up.
Right. You should post.
That's a good idea. That's what I'll do.
Testimonials too. And yeah, I mean, I firmly believe my big thing for this year would have happened if the RV had happened. It would happen definitely. So
I need someone to go around. I need to employ somebody to go around.
Get testimonials.
And accumulate testimonials for me and manage that, because they come in from all over the place. I don't always save them. Yeah. But I do have, like files here and files there. And, but as far as getting on the website and maintaining that and posting testimonials, I need to hire somebody for that too.
When people send you nice testimonials, just copy and paste them into a Word file, and then you have a whole bunch of them.
I know, but it's...
Yes. Beth, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, my son Alexi has a master's in chemistry and teaches at OSU. He now thinks he wants to go into law school. Do you see this happening? Wow.
He's one of those people who's going to have many degrees. Let him do his thing. There's a reason for it. Someday there'll be lots of books.
Okay, Diana, Little Red Castle says, when do you think I'm meeting the person I'm supposed to be with? And where? Thank you in advance.
That Diana?
Diana.
No, there's no Diana. Let me just, all right. Eight months. He flies in to meet you for the first time. So this is some kind of long distance, thing at first. So I'm getting.
Okay, Doreen would like to know if her husband Dave, he's been having chronic pain in his right hip. The chiropractor did an x-ray and didn't see anything wrong. Does he need an MRI?
All right, 2 people. What do we got?
Doreen and Dave.
Doreen and Dave.
Right hip for Dave. Can't see anything wrong in the x-ray. Does he need an MRI?
There's a crack, yes.
Okay.
I'm seeing like this hairline crack. I'm seeing like, I don't know why that wouldn't show up in an x-ray. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Look further.
Can you ask if we can redeem more than once, or do we have to do it all currencies at only one appointment? I don't know. Nobody's.
We don't really know
that yet, so we don't know.
Oh, let me ask. Oh, that's fine. There's nothing requiring you to give them your entire collection. They would prefer that. They will encourage you to do so, to get it all done now. But there's nothing that they can do, to make you do that. So you might just have one appointment with them, though. That exchange center. There is something about
that. Okay, Christy Swan wants to know if she'll be buying a house in Maryland or Virginia.
I'm still on the other question. Maryland. So once you do the big exchange appointment, let's say you want to keep some. Oh, I don't want to give up all my, okay, whatever, weird. So then they put you in the hands of a wealth manager who would then later handle that transaction if you wanted to, because you already got your account set up and everything with the treasury and all that. So you could do something like that later with that individual or that bank.
Okay.
And they give you some kind of receipt or some kind of paperwork that says that you can do that later. So that's what I'm seeing. I don't know how to explain that.
Okay. Vicky G gave us 2 Rumble Rants to the tune of $7. She wants to know, Vicky G, her son Brian's dog named Roxy has Lyme disease. There's no real question there. I guess just check on Roxy. What does Roxy need some treatment? Anything that will help Roxy the dog with her Lyme disease?
So you know how they have naturopath doctors for people?
Yeah.
That's what Jesus is suggesting, is to get with a person like that. There's something that handles that in dogs. Maybe go to Mike's person. She might know.
Contact Diana at MikeBarrettPets.com. It's MikeBarrettPets@gmail.com. And I'll drop that in the chat. Actually, that's Diana, not Mike Barrett Pest, Mike Barrett Pets.
I do think that's a little cyst, Vicky G, the little small lump on the front of your throat.
Okay. That was the next question.
That looks like a skin thing.
Okay.
Go to a dermatologist, get rid of that.
Mama Bear is now a monthly supporter for $5 a month. Thank you. LV Adams is now a monthly supporter. Thank you. Raven Mays, Little Red Castle, $5 a month supporter. Marianne says, I've been having some medical issues. Will I find the answers I need from my recent tests? Marianne wants to know.
They might want to order more tests. There'll be some answers there.
Mary would like to know about her nephew, Matt. Will he buy his house soon?
Sometime in the spring.
Okay.
Mary. Dave.
Yeah. You. Super Dave, you rock. Thank you. Don't worry, Jen. I got you too. Sorry, I hope I didn't screw that up, Dave. Maria Nett and Michael here again. We're ready to shop for land for our flagship campus. If the location is not Rhode Island, well, we had this earlier.
Yeah. Do another one.
Maryland, I think. Love Trumpy says silver is at $31.93. Marcia wants to know if she'll get the home at 127 Cross Creek, Connecticut, after Cross Creek Court after the RV. Jennifer.
No, there's another home that's going to be, you'll find shortly, that is meant for you.
Okay, we got to get through these Red Castle questions so we can get over to the free stuff on YouTube a little bit. Tom Hines, Little Red Castle. Will Pam E make it to the med bed in time? She's been denied a liver transplant. And is my healing work helping her? Tom Hines.
The healing work is helping. What I see are round spots of the liver where it's been healed. Keep it up. Do the whole thing. Yeah, she can hang on until the med beds come.
Debbie has not heard from her friend Lucretia Clark in several years. She wants to know if she's passed.
I think so.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that.
Michael said, yeah.
Okay. Okay, RV questions. Rosemary, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber says, I heard my daughter and granddaughter plus their families want to move to Tennessee. And my granddaughter said she wants me to move too. I'm too old for this. Do you see this happening? Will Rosemary move to Tennessee to be near her family?
No, but you visit.
SMU project. Okay. I forgot the love and light part, Mike. Yes, I did. I got to get through these questions. Mama Bear says, Carol here is my oldest granddaughter, Briar Rose, age 7, clairvoyant. She always seems to know things before even the adults know.
Clairvoyant, yes. Medium. Not a real strong empath, but that's present. Like not where she's like tortured by it. She's got a real strong. She stays grounded. She's strong-willed. But she also is an energy healer. She can move energy, so she's reading the energies.
Laura, Little Red Castle, says Netflix has put out a film called Mary about Jesus' mother. Joel Osteen is a producer. Will you ask the angels how accurate it is? It's an interesting question.
I haven't seen it. That's Jesus. He's not very happy about it.
Very happy about it.
He says that it's not very accurate. The whole story's been twisted. Interesting choice of words. Hopefully I didn't screw it up, but he said, just know that my mother was a beautiful, selfless, sentient being. That's awesome.
Wow.
I don't know what else to tell you on that.
Nice way to describe your mother. You had a nice mother.
Yeah.
Lisa wants to know if BlackRock has taken over Wise accounts.
What?
Has BlackRock taken over the Wise accounts on the Wise app?
No.
Farmer 10968 says, did you guys see where Daniel Penny was found innocent? Yes, I did. Charcoal death on the subway. Yes. I didn't think he would get off because it's New York. Well, maybe things are changing. Catholic Church, no. Brian, $5 Rumble rant. How will my humanitarian project turn out, and will my love life sort through its issues?
One question, please.
Okay. Let's go to the love life. Have I met my soulmate already?
No. 6 to 7 months out.
Okay, let's slide over to the YouTube side of the house and take any questions we can find. Trump will do the coin toss at the Army-Navy game, and only sitting presidents have done this in the past. Yeah, interesting, huh? Do not forget that in November of 2021, I believe, Jen told you on a Wednesday that on Friday, Donald Trump is going to be on the north lawn of the White House, where he is going to be sworn in again as the president.
At 6 p.m.
At 6 p.m.
That was the cool part.
And at 5:45, Penguin 6, who drives around Washington, D.C. every day and photographs and films all the comings and goings, says, here comes Marine One. This is completely unannounced. There's no snipers or air defense in the White House. Joe Biden is already gone. He's left and gone to Camp David. What's happening? I've never seen anything like this before. And it lands on the north lawn of the White House, and they get out and see it. Exactly like Jen told you. Don't
And then I
forget.
saw like the inside of the aircraft, that kind of wall that they're standing next to, and then it looked like Jeff Sessions. From the side, the guy looks like, kind of like small Mr. Magoo kind of looking guy. Looked like Jeff Sessions was doing it. I don't know if it was Jeff Sessions, but,
Weird.
Swearing him in.
Jolene says, Jantel confirmed. Last week told me I was going to get an offer on my house. It is now under contract.
Good, Jolene. I'm so glad to hear it.
Mark Schroeder is watching me and Jen on X. Well, good. Twitter X is the future. I must have said something kind of dirty, because otherwise, why would Gina be hit me for it.
That's why the numbers are down today. People are watching on other platforms. It's not being registered.
Could be.
Not logged in.
Let's assume that's the case. Yeah. Is Trump going to roll out another vaccine?
Therapeutics, no.
New York Mets are signing Mata for $765 million. Yeah, it's crazy.
We're going to get another therapeutic coming in 25 that it's kind of like the same deal where we're all excited about ivermectin, how it gets rid of so many things. This really works on diabetes.
That's what I have. So good.
And heart conditions and things like that. Okay, now what?
Nothing. Just a Juan Mata. Okay. I think it is $765 million. I don't know how baseball can do that because nobody goes to fucking baseball games anymore. Okay.
I always like to play baseball, but
yeah, no,
like
Kenneth, this is not as it. It is not as it. It's a kitty claw or something. I'm sorry. Baseball's a nice, relaxing afternoon thing if you want to sit around in the sun.
If you go to a baseball game, it's fun. If I play a baseball game, it's fun. But if I'm watching it on TV, I'm just like bored. I'm like, come on, let's keep.
Well,
everybody's hurry up and scratch themselves. Let's do this.
It's boring.
I've always been a football.
Unless your team is in the playoffs, and it's so nerve wracking. Hi, Mike. I'm here to ask Jen. I was on Whiskey and Wisdom last week. Sasha, that's right. Years ago on Halloween, a friend and I saw a round translucent orb circling at dusk. It was about 6 feet away. We both saw it. Any idea what it was?
If you're seeing it with your physical eyes, it was at dusk. Okay, so sometimes that is light reflection. A lot of times it is. But if you can look back at the scene in your mind and you don't see that, there's no real reason for that. Look. Halloween. Translucent. Probably. See, if we got colors in it, we could have a light reflection doing that. Translucent, let me see. That was an Earthbound. Rachel. That was a wandering spirit. You actually got that on that time. And that's the time of year where you could experience something like that. I've had so many orb pictures sent to me in my lifetime. I'm not a big orb person because most of the time it's dust. The lens, it's light, it's water, dust, when you see it, go back to that memory in your mind and see if you're picking any kind of consciousness up. Because you'll start to get flashes of what this person looked like or their feelings or anything like that. That's really the orb is the center of their energetic field when they're either coming through the veil or they're manifesting.
Okay.
Or leaving.
Rumor going around that Elon Musk was offered to buy a deal to buy the Chicago Bears. Really interesting. One time I was like, when I was sleeping and fantasizing about having tons of money, I was like, I want to buy this. Will I ever buy the Seahawks? And I heard no, the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm like, okay, I got a quarterback at least. That would be fine. I think if I had a big ton of money, it would be probably like I probably would have to choose between owning a football team and making movies. I think I'd rather make the movies. Judy wants to know if there's a chance of riots now that Mike Penny Penny, his name was Mike Penny, right? Was acquitted of strangling, chokeholding the guy on the bus. Is that a thing we have to worry about?
They may use that if needed. Right now, they're focused on other things. I think they're trying to bait them to start writing. That's probably why that happened right now. Maybe. I don't really see that, but maybe.
Have you heard anything on limits per year on Wise account withdrawals? No, there may be rules like that, but you'll have to check with the terms of service. Lisa says, hi, my mom Linda passed in January unexpectedly, having a very hard time with it this Christmas. Would be helpful to know anything she would like to say to me? Linda to Lisa.
I will be there on Christmas Day.
Very nice. Chris Pagan says she's got discomfort in her lower abdomen. Can you see what's going on?
It's tail end of that flu.
Tail end of the flu. Judy has a horse named Kai. What's going on with her sudden moodiness? Oh.
What I'm seeing is the horse stomping one of the front hooves, checker hooves, and her ankles. Something hurts.
Something's hurt. Ellen says, testimonial. My parents are moving from Maine to Arizona on the 15th and are moving into their own home 5 miles down the road, exactly as Jen said. Thank you, Jen, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you for the confirmation.
Okay, Gina wants to know if her friend Trish stole her gold bracelet and sold it or pawned it. Wow.
No, she didn't.
She didn't. Well, that's good.
It fell off of your wrist.
It's what?
It's just misplaced. It's lost. It fell off.
Okay.
That's the vision they're giving me, is it falling off of your wrist. But it could have fallen somewhere.
Barbara wants to know if her grandson Brennan is going to have to live on the streets to wake him up into being an adult. He is 22.
He'll never live on the streets. A friend comes along that he'll want to do well for. Probably a girlfriend or something. Sometimes men need a reason.
Yeah. If they're not doing their manly thing and creating.
And you give them that reason, like love or something like that, and they just bloom. They just blossom.
Sex is like pizza? No, it's not. It's not like pizza. Okay. Jen, do I need to let the woman I have a crush on go, or am I supposed to wait on her because I feel like I need to let her go? Help if we had your name.
Trying to tune into you. It is a lesson for you. Not that you did anything wrong, but it's a lesson. I do think you're going to eventually have to let her go. Mm-hmm. And find somebody who can be available to you.
You know, when a woman like friend zones you, the only way out of that is to cut her off. Just drop her. And then maybe she'll learn to appreciate not having you around. If you keep coming back and keep supporting her while you're not really getting what you want from her, she has no reason to miss you. So let her miss you for a while. Nothing wrong.
Translation.
Go ahead, be the girl.
So she don't put out when you want her to, and she wants you to be like nice and act like a friend and giving and all this other stuff. Just cut her off because you're not getting what you want.
No, only
and
after
it's taking too long.
Only after.
So you were never a friend to begin with. Anyway, in your situation.
Well, men who are friends with women are attracted to those women. That's why they're engaging in friendship with them. That's the truth. We always have a romantic.
I'm friends with married men. I'm friends with lots of men who are
I'm friends
not
with you, but
attracted to
it's
me.
not. But I'm talking about like a friend that you go out with and things like that. That's a different kind of a story. So
I'd say not everybody's attracted to each other when they're friends, but at least I'd say that it's probably true that at least someone on one side is.
Right. And I'm telling you that a man is not friends and hang out a lot with a woman unless he's attracted to her. He just doesn't. A heterosexual man, if he's hanging out with a girl, he wants to get with her. And if that's not happening, then okay, let her miss you for a while and see if she comes back. That's my advice. That's Mike Barra's good dating advice for today.
Okay, anyway. So what you're doing is you're going for somebody as for your question that's unavailable to you for a reason, and that is the lesson. Look into that. Okay.
If AOC wore a little red tassel on what?
You know what I think it is, why I've got gnats in here? Because this is the warmest room in the house. And I think it's because I keep buying fresh flowers to have in the house. I think they're coming out of the flowers. I can't find it anywhere else. I've been looking forever.
Maybe
baffled.
Close the room off and let it cool down and it'll all go away. Denise would like to know if her royalty check will be higher this month.
Yes, significantly higher.
Mike, the photo of you with Ron showed me so much about you. Your happiness was evident. Hope you have more times like that. Yeah. Well, good question. I plan to, especially with guys like Ron. It's so interesting to have friends, guy friends, who are knowledgeable in things that I'm not knowledgeable about. And you can learn so much from them. So Ron's one of those guys. Kimberly Rex says, hi, Mike and Jen. Meow, meow, meow. Yes, how is Ripley? How is the whole fam? How's the whole kitty family? Kimberly Rex, one of our favorite people. Can't wait for you to come to the Vegas party, Kim, when this is all over.
I can't wait for the Vegas party to meet everyone. It'll be so much fun.
For everybody else, it's like, oh, exciting. It's Vegas. For me, it's like, home. You know, I live here.
I'm just excited to meet everyone.
Yeah, me too. I'm just kidding. Joe Robinson says, hi, Jen. I'm normally a pretty positive person, but lately I've been feeling very insecure after a dream I had. How do I get my positive thinking back?
God, I really need to hear the dream. We should talk about that private, but I'm kind of booked. You want to email me? Not like a book, okay? Because when you guys, please just make email short and sweet, all right? Or you can send me an audio of you talking. Let's see, how can you send me that? You can do it on Telegram, so I can listen to the dream and then I'll comment on that. Joe, if you want to do that.
Okay, Trish wants to know if her husband Larry and her are going to retire to northern Wisconsin or around Lake Beulah. That
was like one of the greatest movies ever. Around the lake. Not northern Wisconsin. Yeah, I think it's around the lake.
Tim, do I need to purchase the billboard company or will that be a distraction for my humanitarian project?
That is a huge distraction.
Melinda would like to know what's causing her 4-year-old son Leo's allergies.
Dust, pollen, mold.
Dust, pollen, and mold.
Small particles.
Stephanie wants to know why her pup Waylon is having seizures.
Waylon. What's coming from the spine? There's something going on with like a disc in his spine. Go and have that checked out. Something's pushing on something. Something's happening. That's weird.
Okay. Okay. Get that checked out. Spine checked out. Thomas Klein wants to ask about his friend Thomas Catalano, who went to the Philippines over a year ago, and he's not heard from him, and his cell phone is disconnected. He just wants to know if Thomas Catalano is okay, and will he hear from him?
He is okay, but he might be in some kind of assisted living care kind of place over there.
Okay.
I think he had a fall. Either that or he's, I don't know. It kind of looks like somebody's taking care of him.
It's not like a misery situation.
No, I don't feel like it is. It looks like someone who took a fall and like broke their back or something.
Ouch. Okay. So that would explain why. Patty Houston really enjoys listening to you, Jen, and is amazed by your abilities. A true earthly angel of the Lord.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice.
Where do you see a stain? That's pretty vague. I'm trying to find some specific. Susie Q says, Jen, for little fruit flies, a little white wine in a glass and a drop or two of soap in a dish. Get rid of them.
It's been weeks, and I'm the only thing that I can relate it to. I've been looking everywhere. I'm like, I don't see anything. I have not missed anything. Where is this coming from? And it ends up, and my office is basically another like dressing room. That's why I have the curtain up off of my bedroom. So when you have like a little office dressing room area.
When I look at yours, I'm always reminded, that room reminds me of Twin Peaks. There was the White Lodge where there's these big red heavy curtains, and Special Agent Dale Bartholomew Cooper, DB Cooper. Did you guys ever think about that on Twin Peaks? Dale Bartholomew Cooper, Agent Cooper, DB Cooper, figure it out. And it just reminds me of Twin Peaks with the big red curtains.
Yeah.
Wolverine just posted, platforms are closing. It seems they are getting ready. Okay. Well, way to go, Wolvie.
Christine.
Jen, is there a show tomorrow? Christine would like to know.
Possibly.
Lisa says, Merry Christmas to both of you. Mike Hobbs passed 4 years ago in February. Several dreams lately. Is he trying to send me a message? And I assume she wants to know what it is. There is a message.
Yeah. Was he involved in this stuff? If he was involved in this stuff, I feel like it's like about that. Because he's excited. He's excited.
Okay. Stephanie says, oh my gosh, thank you. All right, guys, that is going to wrap it up. Thank you for being here. We love and appreciate each and every one of you, especially those of you who subscribe and like the video on Rumble. Helps us get circulated. We are all hoping that very soon we don't have to do any of this, none of this money stuff. We can just do everything we want for free because we got money coming out our ears. We hope. If not, Jen and I will be back on Wednesday for Tell the Truth Wednesday. Jen may possibly do a philosophy show tomorrow. Otherwise, Jen, I will see you then. Take care, everybody at home. Jen, any final words? And do you want to tell everybody where they can find you? I got to update this. JenniferFalah.com. Jennifer Falah Dorian on YouTube, Philosophy on Telegram, Jennifer Falah Dorian on Telegram, and Philosophy Chat on Telegram, right?
That is right. That is correct. Like this is really happening. Okay. Everything that I hear is really, really good. I mean, like so good. Like, oh my God, don't overreact to this because this news is so good. Kind of crap. All right. Serious. That's where we're at. We've never been at this place before. Let's just all
been this close.
Right. We're just all holding our breath over here on the other side of the curtain. But you know,
I don't want to look dumb if I'm back here next week still talking about this, but I I actually will be surprised if it does not happen in the next couple of days.
I would too.
I will be very
I really
surprised.
would. I just don't know at this point. That's why I was asking these questions. When the notifications come.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's going to be an exciting week. I mean, I don't even know what kind of major event could happen to throw a wrench in the spokes now, because
let's not give that any power. I mean, let's not give that any power. Let's not give that
let's not do that. Just understand that there's a lot that we're not telling you right now because we can't, but it's good. It's really good.
Yeah, there's nothing that's bad that I can't tell you.
No, there's nothing bad.
It's all good.
It's all good. It's all like really good.
And it's all information. It's not anything. It's not. Oh yeah, by the way, go Dallas tonight. Yeah, because Jim Mitchell has a parlay, and all he needs is the Cowboys to beat the point spread, and he gets his parlay of, I don't know, several $100s. So go for Jim Mitchell. And I still have my ticket up there that I put $100 down for the Seahawks to win the NFC West division, which seemed like a long shot a few weeks ago. I may yet collect on that. But we shall see. Hopefully I won't need that $700 to go have fun by then. All right, guys, that is going to do it. Everybody have a good night, good afternoon. I have to go buy Barkley a new collar because his current collar keeps popping open. He's such a little fiend. He's so aggressive. He's so running around all over the place. So excitable. Got to go buy him a new collar. Then I'm going to go to bed and take a nice long nap and recover from the last couple of days of drinking lots of beer and having a good time. All right. You guys have a great Monday. We'll see you back here for Jen. We'll do the philosophy show maybe tomorrow. I'll be back with Toxically Masculine Tuesday. Most likely tomorrow. Not positive, but Jen and I will definitely be back on Wednesday, and we will see you then. Have a great Monday.
Bye.